Burgundy, so it's totally fine for him to have a longer break after Olympics.
But why come? Why come all the way to Cancun? Why would the Olympic champion travel all the way from Hungary?
Unfortunately, the viewers can't see the nice beach here, so I think there are a lot of fencers who just came here for some good drinks and good weather.
Well, it is Christmas soon, isn't it?
Yeah, but
next weekend.
Still better than in Europe here.
Yeah, it's 33 degrees outside today, and I think Matthias may have given away a bit of a secret for the top fencers who Zalagi may have been down the beach earlier on today. He went through 64.
He sits next to us.
He's right over there, yeah.
He's not at the beach yet, so we'll see.
He may have been to the beach and has come back.
Yeah.
Well, as you predicted, Matthias, it's the Hungarian here who's got the early advantage. Very early to tell, though, how this fight's going to pan out.
3-1 doesn't mean anything here, so yeah.
So in these early stages, we've talked today and yesterday about the new starting line. The FIA decided to test bringing sabre fencers 1 metre closer together, so they're both 50 centimetres in advance of the old, or the traditional on-guard line. What do you think about this test? Do you think it's worked?
I haven't fenced it too much, but now I have actually a very good feeling. It's closer. You have immediately you have to do something. You have shorter preparations to do. So I'm very excited about this. I think it's a good improvement, and plus the new time. I think it improved fencing, saber fencing.
That's interesting. It's the timing of the block out, as we call it, the amount of time you have to hit your opponent once you've been hit has increased a tiny bit. So we're talking a fraction of a second here. And they combine that with this closer starting position for the fencers. And the idea was, like you say, to make it more exciting, to develop the support, so you have to make those decisions very quickly, but also to try and get rid of try and reduce the number of simultaneous actions. Do you think that part of it has changed?
I have no idea. I haven't seen any statistics. So when I fenced, I had the feeling that I had less simultaneous attacks. But plus the new time for the attackers, it's very easy or easier to make a long attack.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to carry too much about your hand, because you have more time to hit your opponent. So.
Yeah, so we were seeing so many attacks into preparation or stop cuts that were stopping the attack from landing, even though they were out of time. It wasn't your turn, if you like. So yes, I agree with you. From an attacking point of view, the increase in the block out time has made Sabre more exciting to watch for seeing more attacking value.
Yeah, definitely. It's interesting. Now we see both things. We said before that Gu is doing long attacks and also a lot of parries from Gemesi. I think it's a very nice bout until here.
Yeah, and now we see some replays on the screen. Beautiful view here. It looks like a computer game.
Yeah,
in the picture.
Yeah.
You should use this as a bit of a standard for future backdrops for events. It looks
definitely.
very cool. A big hit there. Completely accidental. Gu Gil is 27 years old, currently ranked number 4 in the world. He's won 6 World Cups, but he's never ever won a Grand Prix. 3 silver medals and 2 bronze medals, but never won a Grand Prix.
It's because he lost 2 times in Moscow against me. It was my fault.
Well, there you go. That's why you're up here. That's why you're up here, because you know how to beat Gu Gil. Gemesi hasn't picked up a Grand Prix medal in his career so far, a 30-year-old, but he has got a World Cup silver. picked that up in Madrid in 2014.
Yeah, he had a long time where he didn't fence very good, and actually I thought he would quit. But now in the last few years, he improved his fencing, and he's now, as you see, in a very good position, and it's totally fine that he is here in the top 8.
Yeah, one victory away, albeit against the world number 4 from a guaranteed bronze here in Cancun. 6 apiece, way too early to call. You have to say the momentum has slightly shifted towards the Korean in this second half in the first period, but there is absolutely nothing between them.
Very close call.
So referee Mahero calls for an attack for Gu, but Gemesi's called for a video replay.
Yeah, I think it's Gu has a very short or small advantage because he does a longer first step. I think maybe we see a review.
See, often with these replays, we see them a little bit too late in the action, so you can't work out who the attacking fencer is. But referee stuck with his decision.
Jonat has no video anymore.
You get 2 appeals here in fencing in a match up to 15. If the referee agrees with your appeal and upholds your appeal, then you keep it. But if the referee disagrees with you twice, you have no more videos left. That's a big advantage, isn't it? Especially if the match is close towards the end.
Definitely. We see a lot of fencers asking for video very early in the bout, and you have to be very careful about that, because it could be very important if you are in the end with 14-13 and it's a very close call and you're not sure, and then in the end you have no video anymore.
A perfect example of that was a little bit earlier on today when Luigi Semelli, who went through in the first quarterfinal to guarantee himself a medal, was up against Eli Dershowitz of the USA. Dershowitz 14-11 up, I believe. Given the hit to win 15-11, Semelli had a video left, called it, switches round the decision, goes to 14-12. Semelli goes on and wins.
Yeah, happens. So that's a perfect example of how important a video review is.
Saving at least one till the end. Absolutely nothing between these two as we're going to go into the break with one of them leading by 1 point, and it is Gu with, well, he's put in a bit of a parry riposte of his own then. Did a Hungarian move for against a Hungarian.
Yeah, actually Koreans usually do more footwork, so they leave you or try to get you short, but in the end he had no other choice than parrying.
To block out, yeah. And we saw a replay of that last hit there. So 8-7 going into the break. Matches, we know we're very grateful for you to join us. We will let you go and enjoy the beach after these quarterfinals. But what happens for you now? We're going to the festive break. I know not everybody celebrates Christmas, but we do in Europe. Do you have a long period off now? Do you get to eat and drink whatever you like?
No. I have a short Christmas break when I arrive at home, but I plan to start practicing on the 7th. We do a lot of athletic stuff, so the next few weeks we do just athletics, and slowly start fencing. I mean, the next competition is in February for us in Padua, I think, and until then I try to fence a lot.
So the next period is really about getting your strength and conditioning, fitness levels high.
That's the first thing you want to do, because in the last years fencing changed so much. Koreans are very fast, and you have to do athletic training, and you have to do it a lot.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's even more important having a good footwork than the technique or hand technique.
Yeah, so complicated as a sport to do, and I think that's why the people that do it absolutely, they love it. They have to love it because it's so complicated now that you have this higher level of general fitness. Everyone, we call it a prerequisite in English. You have to be at a high level of fitness, but also then you have to have good footwork technique, you have to have good hand speed, you have to train your motor and your muscle memory reflexes so that it becomes natural for you to do just that. And Gemesi there throwing in a beautiful display of hand technique.
And also be very clever.
All fencers are clever, obviously. I think foilists, I'm always a foilist. Foilists tend to be more clever than all the other fencers, but, but of course I would say that. No, but you do have to be fencing clever, don't you? You have to understand what you are doing and why you're doing it, and also have great emotional strength, because I think a lot of people don't realise this is a fight.
Yes. It's especially emotional toughness is very important in fencing. I mean, you have to, like 15 touches, you have to have a clear mind. So it's very hard. It's very hard, and that's why I love fencing.
Yeah, and you do find that the top fencers, top coaches, top referees are all first off fencing fans. They love the sport. We have a technical issue here.
Yeah, the glove of Gu is too wet, and so he has to change it. Otherwise, if Jonah hits, for example, his hand, the light will go on. So yeah, he has to actually change the glove now.
Yeah, so if you're new to fencing, Dr. Matthias Jabo, our German expert and world number 18, would say the target area in sabre is everything above the waist. And they wear this silvery jacket that we call a lame, and that's connected to the scoring apparatus with some clever technology. And if the opponent's sword hits your lame jacket, then a light comes up and then the referee decides whose hit it is. But your glove is not part of the target area, the valid target area. So certainly the hand part of the glove is not part of the target area. And if it gets wet, it starts to conduct, and you start to increase the amount of space that your target area is. And you definitely don't want that.
Don't want that, yeah.
You see it a lot in foil and sabre with the lame jackets. And foil, often the sword arms, which aren't part of the target, and the back arm become valid target area just through perspiration.
Still.
I was testing that, and there's still a connection there. Now that's been replicated a few times now, so you've got to say, if you were in Gu's shoes, you would want something to be changed?
I would take a new glove. I don't know why it did work now, but he doesn't care.
He doesn't seem to, so I wonder if he's going to see him start with his hand right behind his head here to make sure his opponent can't hit him. Look, we see this a lot where both fencers go at each other, and we're going to see a yellow card here for Gemesi starting early, so he's not on his first warning. When you get into a situation when you're fencing 10-10, the temptation as a non-sabreur, did he start early again? As a non-sabreur, I would say, well, surely the most sensible thing to do is just attack. So you end up with these simultaneous. At what point do you take the risk?
I had this in my bout before with Nicolas Villiers. In the last touches, we did a lot of simultaneous attacks, and then he got me in a rhythm that I always try to do advanced launch in the same speed. So if you feel that your opponent is always in the same speed, you know, okay, if we do it again, I can leave him short or do a parry in the right moment. So you want to do it 3 or 4 times, but then something should happen.
But it feels like it's a risky move, not just a brave move, but a risky move.
Yeah, it's also a tactical move. I mean, if both have the same idea of getting the other one in the same speed, in the end they end up being simultaneous again if they try to leave both short and attack them. So it's a very funny and very hard to explain
Yeah.
action.
Yeah, it's because you can get simultaneous.
Yeah.
And you both say, right, I'm going to step in, draw the attack, and both step away. You both end up stepping away, and then you go,
doing
oh, what about? And then you just
simultaneous
have to attack again.
Yeah.
So it's crazy. Now the decision here was given as a line to Gemesi, challenged by Gu. Did you catch that one?
Unfortunately, I couldn't see it because of the camera in
The
front
television
of us.
camera.
But I'm very sure the referees will. We have very excellent referees now. So
Yeah, Verho is now refereeing this match, and there's a conversation about how many video reviews Gu Bongil has left. And I think that they are all saying that he has one appeal left. We have to see about that.
yeah.
12 apiece. We know that Gemesi is out of the field now. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Could be a big problem for him later, but we'll see.
The referees have to do such a hard job, don't they? Because I mean, Gemesi's dancing on the piste and picking the moment when they actually attack. Gu tries to get on the attack, but Gemesi escapes it. He's the one that's putting pressure on the Korean. Working his way down the piece patiently. Blade is met, picked up by Gemesi. Would you say that's starting now to feel a bit more like Gemesi is just fencing with feeling rather than just a deliberate decision?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. I mean, that's what you have to do now. If you are in this moment of the bout, you don't think too much. You just try to do the right thing.
Yeah. Well, fascinating fight here again at the second quarter final. Following that amazing fight between the two Italians. Gu's got a lot of work to do, but he paused. And now Gu is calling for an appeal of some sort. And is this another early start? No?
I thought it's an early start of Chanat, but as the referee said, Gu started first, but that's good for him.
It's good for him because he's still in the fight.
Yeah.
He got a yellow card there, both on yellow cards now, so real tension building now. No early starts from either fencer allowed. Oh, he started early. There was a jitter on the line, from Gu. The referee being very lenient.
I think he didn't see it.
Preparation there from Gu, and Janad Gemesi wins an absolute thriller here. What do you think of that one?
Very nice. Yeah, it was exactly the right thing to do. I mean, they, as we said before, they did a simultaneous attack, and then Gu had to do something. I mean, if you're in the position 14-12 against you, you have to do something, and usually you try to parry or go back. So perfect from Chanat to decide to do a long attack.
Well, that's our first two quarterfinals done in. We know now that Luigi Simele will face Janad Gemesi in their first semi-final. They're both guaranteed at least a bronze, and the winner will go on and contest the gold medal. We have two more to come, and it's another Korean-Hungarian battle. Nicholas Iliash, the person who knocked you out of the tournament, is going to take on this young Korean Lee Jong-hyun.